on to turn number 3. The yellow player is going to go first this turn. He sends out a missionary on the colonist duck, followed by the red player, who is also going to send a colonist out. And finally, the red player decides to send a merchant out and earn some money. The red player uses a colonist to gain a trade good. The yellow player decides to get ready for next turn by acquiring another missionary. The red player wants to go ahead and get a merchant next turn. The yellow player wants to get a ship to serve as a wild card. The red player is going to go ahead and try to get a captain, or get a captain next turn. The yellow player is going to go ahead and get a trade good this turn. The red player can afford and will buy another building. The yellow player is going to go ahead and get a third trade good. And now the red player is going to put his captain on the discovery box. The yellow player will also send his last colonist on the discovery box. And last, the red player deploys his soldier to the discovery box. That's all the colonists they have, so let's go ahead and resolve. There's no one in the initiative box, so we can go ahead and skip that track. Next up, deployment. The missionary is sent out to Peru and he turns into 2 colonists. The red player deploys his 1 colonist to Peru, but the yellow player has a merchant, which he also deploys to Peru, earning him 5 coins, and that colonist turns into a regular colonist. The merchant specialist turns into a regular colonist, and with 3 colonists in the area, not only does yellow get control of that area with the most colonists there, but it also takes the silver. That's it for deployment. Now we move on to the trade goods track. The players in order choose what trades they're going to be taking. The ship goes to the yellow player. The red player is going to buy a capital building, decides for the monastery, which gives him 1 missionary each turn. He pays 10 coins for that. Now on to the discovery box. First up is yellow. They're going to go ahead and try to send out 3 colonists, 2 soldiers and 1 regular colonist out into one of the map areas. He deploys his 2 soldiers and colonists to the area of Virginia. Now we're going to turn the tile over. This tile has 3 indigenous people, which means that the yellow player is successful. He gets 1 coin at the bottom, shown at the bottom. He's also going to get 5 EPs at the end of the game. But also, this particular player has 2 soldiers, and for every soldier he gets 2 coins. So that will be 4 coins plus the 1 that he gets just for conquering is 5 coins for this conquest. The discovery tile gets removed, he takes his money, and now he has 1 colonist in the Virginia area. Next up, the red player has also some army guys in the discovery box, and it's going to go ahead and with 2 captains, which equal 4 colonists, and 1 soldiers for a total of 5, he is going to go ahead and also try and colonize an area on the map. Because the red player already has an indigo tile on his side of the table, he decides to go to Brazil. And over here we will turn the tile, and again it's a 3 indigenous against the 5 colonists, 2 per captain and 1 soldier. So we are victorious. He gets 1 coin, and also because he has 1 soldier, he's going to get those 3 coins available for the soldiers. So a total of 4 coins, and he gets a colonist on the map. The discovery tile we take, and this is what it now looks like. He's got 1 colonist on Brazil. Here's a quick look at what the map looks like right now. Okay, let's move right along. Let's go ahead and resolve for specialists. Yellow player gets a missionary, merchant, and captain for the red player. Nothing on warfare, and now we can end the turn. First off, the yellow player has 3 of the same kind of silver trade goods. That earns him 3 coins. For the tobacco, indigo, and fur, there are 3 trade goods of different kinds, so that earns him 1 coin. And last, the gold, cattle, and wild card are another 3 of different kind goods, which is another coin. So in this income round, the yellow player has earned 5 coins. The red player is not as successful with the income. It only has tobacco, and sugar, so that actually counts as 3 of any goods, which is 1 coin. And then the indigo by itself does not earn him anything, so only 1 coin for the red player this time around. The building effects get triggered, which gives the red player a captain in the discovery box and the yellow player a soldier in the discovery box. Also, the monastery gives the red player 1 missionary to add to his hands each turn. Because we're about to cross over to the Age 2 section of the game, the capital buildings need to be completely replenished. So we get rid of the green H1 buildings and we replenish them with new yellow H2 buildings, which we'll see other effects later on in the game. The trade goods need to be refreshed, so we shuffle the rice back into the trade goods and we get 4 new trade goods for the next turn. We also need to replenish merchant ship in the merchant shipping box. And now we give our players 5 colonists. The yellow player already has a missionary, so we add to that 5 colonists. The red player has a merchant, a captain, and a missionary, plus the 5 colonists that we're gonna give them right now. The turn order stays the same, with the yellow player going first again. And finally we move the ship to turn number 4, which is the beginning of H2. Now because we made that jump, we also have to score at this point. So let's go ahead and look at our map. We have 1 colonist in Virginia. However, in order to score points in a specific colony, we need to have at least 3 colonists of single color in an area. So we cannot score points for Virginia, maybe next time. Now we move on down to the Caribbean. There are 3 red player colonists and 1 yellow. So 3 is the winner. It gets 6 victory points for first place. For second place, yellow gets 2 victory points. So we go ahead and move red to the number 6 space on the scoring track, and yellow player goes to number 2. Now moving down from the Caribbean, we see that we also have to score Peru. Peru has 3 yellow colonists and 2 red colonists. So for first place, yellow gets 6 points, and for second place, red gets 2 points. So we go ahead and move yellow 6 and red 2 points, which means that they are tied. Finally, we have a colonist in Brazil, but again, we need at least 3 colonists in order to score a region. So Brazil is not going to be scored. It's not going to get any points for neither one of the players this turn.